All right, Lindsay, thank you. Tonight, Arizona's sex offender supervision laws, which notify neighbors when a sex offender moves nearby and other measures, are facing legal challenges in federal court. 12 News journalist Sean Rice sat down with the Senate President, Warren Peterson, about this ongoing fight to keep those laws in place. All right, Sean, what's going on here?
Yeah, Troy, there are multiple people who have been convicted of making sexual contact with a minor or have sexually abused children in the past, who now claim our state's laws around their supervision as a sex offender violates their rights. In one case, the Arizona Senate President and Speaker of the House defended the case, and they tell me keeping our state's children safe is non-negotiable.
One of the most important things that we do, the government should do, is protect our children.
Inside the walls of the Arizona legislature, a major focus has been keeping people convicted of sexually abusing children under strict supervision. In Maricopa County, these people are required to register with the sheriff's office, providing their picture, address, and criminal convictions. Those details also documented on a statewide database run by Arizona DPS. In 2023, a registered sex offender with a 2016 conviction for attempted sexual contact with a minor and sexual abuse anonymously sued the Maricopa County Sheriff. He called the reporting requirements as tantamount to a sentence of permanent government surveillance, calling them, quote, excessive and in violation of his Eighth Amendment right concerning cruel and unusual punishments. Late last year, a federal judge denied that sex offender's request to call these laws unconstitutional.
They've already broken the trust of the public. They need to be either life in prison. If for some reason a judge is foolish enough to allow these people out of prison, they need to be monitored for the rest of your life. It's not okay for there to be another opportunity for these pedophiles to abuse our kids.
And just last month in Maricopa County Court, a former Buckeye teacher convicted of making sexual contact with a 12-year-old female student 2 decades ago asked for a judge to remove him from a lifetime stint on sex offender probation. They accept a plea deal and a lot of times ask a judge, in lieu of sending me to prison, put me on this. Right. They want to be on it when push comes to shove. Right. But then now want to challenge it and ask to get off of it. How does that jive in your head?
It's truly vile. I mean, it just shows you that's exactly right. You have a criminal come in, he gets a plea deal instead of going to prison. Now he's on the plea deal, now he wants a better deal than the plea deal. Yeah. It's wrong.
In a separate case, 4 registered sex offenders sued the Arizona Department of Public Safety, claiming that Arizona's sex offender registration requirements have made them, quote, fear for their safety, lose a home, be ostracized from their community, and lose career opportunities. Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays defended that case, and the sex offender's request for an injunction against these sex offender laws was denied again by a federal judge. And these federal court battles are far from over. Senate President Peterson tells me that these sex offenders who filed suit have already stated their intent to appeal these decisions. Peterson tells me he and the legislature will continue to fight any attempt in court to overturn these sex offender laws.